Katie, the Pirates had a challenging trip over to the Tacoma area for matches against PLU and Puget Sound last weekend. Give us your recap of how things went for Whitworth.
Friday night playing PLU, walked away with a win in 4 sets. It was a challenge for sure. I think we knew PLU was going to be really scrappy defensively. They were really good libero, and that very much was the case. I think we found ourselves in a lot of long rallies, offensively having to work hard to terminate and put that ball away. But we found a way and were able to get the win in 4 sets. PLU offensively is down. They're missing their middles, and so we knew that that was going to be a strength of ours. Try to set up our middles for success in terms of getting them in a rhythm offensively, and that proved to be successful. And then heading into Saturday against UPS, we knew they're going to be a tough team. I don't feel like their non-conference record really reflected their talent. I think they were also dealing with injuries in the preseason. They had played Whitman the night before, and watching that film, we kind of knew what we were in for, but yet still very much, I think, humbled in a way that, maybe they were better than we thought they were. And also we weren't playing our best either. And so I think that was just a really good lesson that any given night, you have to bring your best game. And in a great way, it's nice to know that there's, teams in our conference that are getting better each year, that, UPS was a really, really solid team. I was really impressed with how they played. And I think for us, a few weaknesses were exposed, things that we really need to get better at. And that's in serve receive, just kind of first contacts overall, and then also in defense. I don't feel like we did a great job of slowing down their middles, and normally blocking for us is a strength, but they were in system a lot, and I just think we were a little unprepared and on our heels a little bit, and mentally really, truly just not prepared for the challenge that it would be to beat a good team. And so, lesson learned, walk away from a match like that, and you get to reflect and kind of hopefully learn and grow from that, and just get in the gym and work to get better. And we had a great practice yesterday, and now we're looking forward to our match against Whitman.
You referenced it a little bit. In terms of coaching, sometimes you're able to help a team learn more coming out of a loss than a number of victories.
Yeah.
How does that work? How is it that a loss can be more beneficial in the long run?
Yeah, I think it's, when you're winning, sometimes your struggles or your weaknesses get ignored, especially if you are winning without playing your best. And I think sometimes there can kind of just be a contentment there, and it's hard to stay motivated to get better. So I think in this scenario, I would never wish a loss upon anyone, but in this scenario, I think it was valuable. I think we learned a lot about ourselves and our team. I think we're able to kind of go back and change some things, and really just kind of have a mental reset in terms of what it takes to continue to move forward to be successful in our conference.
This week, finally get to play at home.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, but you're playing two teams with a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
Whitman on Wednesday and Willamette on Saturday. Tell us about what they do well. What challenges will they present?
Yeah, so Whitman looks great. I would say Whitman probably has their best team they've had in the last few years. They're returning both of their outside hitters, and they're playing really, really well right now. Watching them against PLU, they're coming off a win against PLU on Saturday night, and they just didn't make a lot of errors. So they were in system a lot. I think in the past maybe they've been a little bit more inconsistent, but they just looked really solid. Their outside hitters are tall, they're long, they hit high and hit hard, and they're 6 rotation players, so they swing from the back row as well. And so it's going to be a tough match. They beat PLU, and they competed better with UPS than we did, so I think it'll be a tough match, but I hope that we're up for that challenge. And then Willamette also had a really good victory this last weekend as well, and I think they're a younger team, a newer team, obviously, with a new coach starting last year. So I just think there's a lot of room for growth for them, and I think they're eager and excited and and want to beat us. So I think both nights we're going to have to be ready to go.